Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jessie at Home. In today's video, I'm going to be cleaning several rooms in my house. As you can see, Malcolm has made a mess of the main living room. I had a cold last week. I was struggling. I had a sore throat and some sinus issues. I swear it's either one thing or the other. So I kind of just let Malcolm have fun and do whatever he needed to do. Just so we could have like peace, and he took that as I'm just gonna go wild and crazy with all of my toys. Like, these are just a bunch of different random toys just everywhere. Usually he drags out like one thing at a time, his magnetiles or whatever, and these were just such a random collection of toys that I just put them in this basket. That way I could move it to the next room. So this is the way I have to clean. I clean one room at a time, and I am not allowed to venture off because my brain will go crazy and then I'll get nothing done. So what I like to do is, I'm not going to put things all the way away. I'm getting it out of the room that I'm currently cleaning. So I'm putting that in his toy room. I'm not going to put it away because I will get sidetracked and then immediately start cleaning his room versus focusing on the living room. So you'll see me sometimes like just run out of the room, and that's me just putting whatever it is in either on the kitchen island or on the powder room counter or like on my dresser in my bedroom. Like, I will not completely put things away as I'm cleaning a room because I will go off the rails and then nothing will get done. So I don't know if you're like me or not, but that's like a good tip to do. If you get like sidetracked or distracted easily, is it's okay not to put things completely away, especially if you know you're going to be moving on to the next room and cleaning that within a day or two. Because I'd rather have one good room clean than nothing else get done. But as you can see in the background, it is raining again. That's just kind of the way it's going. We're desperately trying to get our pool done. I am going to have like a pool cleaning makeover. I want to get my back deck made over as well. We bought a second awning for the back deck, and also we bought awning replacement fabric. So we're gonna replace the fabric in our sunsetter, which I'm super nervous about, but it is a million times better than having to get a whole new retractable awning because they're expensive. Ours is like 15 years old, and the fabric is finally like rotting, so we really desperately need to replace the fabric. So I bought some fabric off of Amazon. I gave them my measurements. It's UV protected and waterproof, and hopefully it works out because it's kind of scary to do things you've never done before, but I like doing things I've never done before so I can share them with you guys. So if you need to replace your awning fabric, it's going to be coming up in an upcoming video, so stay tuned. I really just like our sliding glass doors. The tracks always get so gross, and so I'm going to hit it with the Dyson to try and suck up any of the loose dirt as I can, but it's kind of hard getting the Dyson, even with a crevice tool, to get it in there. So I do like using my steam shot, but that stuff burnt me really bad one time, so I'm still kind of scared to like use it a lot. The best way is I spray my sprayway in there and I get paper towels. For some reason, the paper towels pick up the dirt the best. I've used microfiber cloths or other different kind of cleaning rags, but honestly, the paper towels, just the dirt, the actual dirt particles stick better to the paper towels from cleaning it up off of this PVC vinyl track. So that's why I use paper towels. I try not to use too many paper towels, but it works in this situation.
as you are, just the way you are. Don't you know that you're beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful?
Thank you to Membrane Solutions for sponsoring today's video. They sent me a new air purifier a few weeks ago to share with all of my subscribers. I have not been shy with my love for air purifiers on my channel. We have a pug and a fluffy black cat, so we need all the help with pet odors, allergens, dust particles that are floating all over this house. This MSA3 air purifier features a triple filtration, primary filter, HEPA filter, and it also has activated carbon. So this triple action filtration captures particles and removes household odors in the air. This thing is thick. This air purifier has so many features at the press of a button. It has a sleep mode, which is quiet. It has 3 different fan speeds that you can just switch with a click of the button. Malcolm wants to show you how cool all the buttons are. It also has a backlight as well. It has a turbo mode, which if you press the turbo mode, it sets it to the highest settings. And there is also a timer from 1 to 8 hours. And of course, my favorite mode, my favorite setting is the child lock. So Malcolm will interrupt all of the settings that I choose. So it has been a couple weeks now since I had installed my new beautiful air purifier. I just love the way this thing looks. Number one, I think it looks so modern and sleek. It's super quiet as well. I love that it also has a lock button because Mr. Malcolm likes to push all the buttons. So this thing has been working hard to purify our air in this house. And see, right now it's 4 bars of the filter. So it says, so the filter time, 100% remaining of the filter time. The filter life is 75%. 50% and then 25%. So right now our filter is still looking pretty good, so I'm going to leave that one in there. And this button right here, when the total runtime of hours reaches 1700 hours, the indicator will flash to indicate the filter needs to be replaced as well. So even if this is saying this, when this starts flashing, it's like, hey, please replace the filter. So I'm just gonna wait for the little red light. I love light indicators to tell me what to do because sometimes I just don't pay attention to how long something has been there. It's always good to kind of date your filters as well. I have a video proof of when I put this in and everything, but way back at the beginning or the end of April into May. So yeah, this thing is really cool. I like the style. I love like how high tech it is, but also simple. It's not overcomplicated. And I love the fact that it is going to help me with all of the dust, the allergens, the pet hair, the dander, all of the things. Membrane Solutions also sent me a little personal like desk small spaces purifier, which I thought was really nice of them. This one is sleek looking as well. And it's still super powerful. It has its own HEPA filter inside. It has an auto mode, a sleep mode, a turbo mode as well. It has an air quality display and a fan speed display. And the number on top is how many days left until you need to change the filter. Another really cool thing is it has some LED lights. So I think I'm going to gift this one to my older son because I think it's really cool looking, and then he'll have his own little personal air purifier that he can use upstairs on his desk to kind of help clean the air in his, room. So thank you so much to Membrane Solutions for sponsoring today's video. If you were looking for a high quality, nice looking air purifier, then definitely check out the description box below so you can click on the links to purchase one for yourself. I can honestly say that since having that air purifier in the living room, that we have noticed a huge reduction in dust, because these shelves right here, I don't know if it's because of the material of the shelves, these shelves usually get so dusty, and lately I've realized that it's not as the dust isn't as noticeable on those shelves. And I love my big cozy leather couch. This was the best decision that I ever made in this house. Love this couch. And the funny thing is, me 5 years ago would have been so anti anything to do with a like leather tall backed reclining couch. Like, this is my husband's dream couch situation, and I would have said no. And it's funny how this is my favorite couch and the best thing I ever did. But the thing is it has a lot of crevices, so I always have to vacuum all of our snacks and chips off of it. And we have a, stinky toddler with sticky hands, popsicle obsessed toddler. So I always have to just take a slightly damp cloth and just kind of go over the leather to kind of get any of, the toddler's mess off of it. I do like to go through and use the leather conditioning spray as well, but just to kind of give it like a daily, every other day clean, just a damp cloth to wash it all down works really, really well as well. That's another thing. I love how easy it is to clean. Don't give me a fabric sofa ever again, because I'm sick of having wet butts. Another good purchase is that Wayfair chair that I bought, the blue one. I think I got it last fall. I think so. And now everyone fights to sit in it. We love this chair. It's so cozy and comfortable, and it's like a small profile, so it's not like too bulky in the area. Honestly, from this angle, I feel like it kind of gets pushed back off the corner of the rug. I need to pull it up a little bit closer, but it swivels, so whoever's sitting there, they're close to the TV, but whoever's sitting there can like sit there, recline, look at the TV, or if we're having like a conversation, they can be turned to the couch and have a conversation. So it's very versatile, and it was an amazing, amazing decision to buy that chair. And of course, I'm using my Rinse Clean O-Cedar mop, and I am using hot water, vinegar, and a little dash of Mrs. Meyer's lemon verbena scent dish soap in there. I just feel like the Mrs. Meyer's isn't as sudsy as like Dawn. I'm like on my Dawn kick. I still prefer to use Dawn for pretty much everything, but it's a little too sudsy for my floors. So I just use some of my stockpile of Mrs. Meyer's and just put just the barest of like bloosh into the solution. That way it gets a little bit of scrubbing power, makes it smell good, and it doesn't leave such a residue on the floor. But yeah, I'm back to basics. I'm back to my original OG recipe for floor cleaning. It does a fantastic job. Makes them shiny, no residue, no stickiness, no weird like stuff going on with the floors. It just does such a good job.
Oh baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, baby. Won't you love me? Oh, but kind of new way. Oh, but kind of new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday.
My husband was an angel and he took Malcolm to the local trampoline park so I could like get stuff done this day. So that's why you haven't really seen Malcolm except for when he was messing with the air purifier from weeks ago. He was gone, so I wanted to make sure I could clean the main living room and his toy room because this is just overwhelming to me. He just went, this is like probably 2 days of not tidying up before bed. I usually like to tidy up and like have him have a clean space, but like I said, I had been so sick and my husband tries to clean up, so he does an okay job, but it's definitely not the way I would do it. So I don't nitpick because if he's gonna clean, it's great. I love any and all kind of help, so I don't critique what they're doing, and any help is good help. So he's helping me out today by taking Malcolm to go burn off some energy, especially since it's like the rain has been crazy. We get 1 day of like nice weather and then it rains for a week, so it's very frustrating. Malcolm loves to be outside, especially when the weather is not super hot yet. He's wanting to get in the pool. We're trying to get the pool clean. It's crazy frustrating. So I'm using this time wisely. I'm listening to an audiobook. Bridgerton, first half of Bridgerton came out on Netflix. I don't know if you guys are a fan or not. So I went ahead and watched that over the weekend as well. And then if you have Audible, like you get the Audible Plus, I believe, you can go and get like free books for the month or whatever. And so as they've become available, I've been re-listening to the Bridgerton series. So I've listened to all of them. I listened to Colin and Penelope's story, I think last December. So I am up to Eloise's story just like became available, or I just noticed it became available, so I'm listening to that. And then I also downloaded Hyacinth and Gregory's stories. I really want to listen to Francesca's story, but it's not free yet and I don't want to pay money for it because I read these books 20 years ago. I read them like a long time ago, like early 2010s. And yeah, I was definitely obsessed with Julia Quinn. I like read all her books. I had all her books, but I don't have any physical books anymore because I just prefer digital or audio. I just don't like book clutter. Even though I see a lot of people have beautiful like bookshelves and libraries. Definitely envious of that, but I was a book hoarder in a former life and it's just better to have it digitally for me. But if you haven't listened to them and you do have Audible Plus, you can get the stories for free and you can listen to them. It is a little awkward sometimes listening to like some of the spicier love scenes. Not gonna lie, sometimes I skip over them because I just feel so awkward listening to them, like when Malcolm's around or my older kids are just whatever. So if it gets too crazy, I will like I've already read the book, so it doesn't matter. I just want to hear the story and like the non-spicier stuff. So that's kind of funny that I do. I mean, admittedly, I will kind of like skip it if I'm in mixed company, but no one was here today, so I could listen freely and just kind of blush and giggle and enjoy the story.
Freezing outside, a little bit high on the feeling. Can't seem to focus. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you. Smoking outside, trying to get your attention. You make me nervous. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you.
And of course, it wouldn't be a main floor clean without giving the powder room a little bit of a tidy. I still want to do some sort of backsplash, either wallpaper or tile or something in here. And I really want to do some like wall moldings, but I was thinking the reason why we had to do some certain things is because of how tight this vanity is in there, and we want the drawers to be open. So I'll have to think about how thick some of the molding would be in here if we did decide to do some some like chair rail or board and batten or something to give it a little bit more like detail in here.
Just met the other night, but I can't get you off my mind. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty up from the minute that I met you.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video got you motivated to tackle some areas in your home. If you are looking for a good air purifier, you should definitely check the links in the description box below and purchase one of the Membrane Solutions air purifiers because they are really cool looking and they have a ton of options, and it'll just help you get a good air quality in your home. So thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads, and I will see you guys next time.
I am the one who always says that you gotta take the chance you get, 'cause we are one in a million. Tonight's the night we come alive.